Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Brenda from Knoxville, Tennessee. I hope that you are doing well. Let me set my screen up so I can watch for comments. Hey, everybody. Oh, let me shut that off too. Now we won't get it twice. Sorry about that. Um, Forgot that I had been watching some YouTube channels and had that volume turned on. All right. Whew. Happy 2024. Woohoo! I hope that everybody has had a great day. I hope that you got to do something fun for yourself. If you had some time off work or just relaxing, whatever. Um, Tonight, I am going to show you a couple of products from the new catalog that is, hopefully you've got it in your hot little hands. Let me find it over here. Can't show you the inside yet because it's not live, but anything in this catalog, I can show you product. I can't show you the inside of the catalog. Anything in this catalog will go live on January the 4th, and then it is good through April of 2024. So 4 months to order product in here. And also, we know that with January comes Sale-a-bration. Woohoo! I love Sale-a-bration. So Sale-a-bration starts January 4th as well, and it goes through February 29th because we're in a leap year. So we got an extra day of celebration. So what Sale-a-bration means for you, if you haven't experienced it yet, for any $50 that you purchase from any of the catalogs or any of the platforms, it can be from the annual catalog, it can be from the current mini when this goes live, they'll both go live together. Any $50 worth of product, you will get to choose an item out of here. And I almost opened it up and showed you. But in here, it will show you with a $50 purchase, you can choose. One of those items is I know I've got something. Hang on. Not that stamp set. This is a Sale-a-bration item and it's 50 with a $50 purchase. And this watermelon, the oval fits the modern oval punch that is in the current mini catalog. It works great. So if you do a $50 purchase, you can get this, or you can get some designer series paper that is beautiful. And also, let me find my little flyer. Every year for the past couple of years, Brandy Rude, my upline, and I have been doing what we call a celebration. And what that simply means, I will post this on my Facebook group, is that it's a free event, a Stampin' Up event. Enjoy the afternoon of stamping with friends and celebrating you. It's free with a ticket. So in order to earn your ticket, customers purchase at least $100 between the month of January and February. That's before tax and shipping. So that's either two $50 celebration items or one of the $100 little bundles. And team members, you can promote to the next level. So if you're bronze right now, move up to bronze elite. If you're bronze elite, bump up to silver. Or you have somebody join your little team under you or your big team. I don't know what you got for some of you. And or $150 of CSV, which means you're either making a $150 purchase or you are selling $150 worth of stuff. That's United States conversions for CSV. So, and then our celebration will happen on March the 30th. The time and the location is to be determined. But my team and some of my customers received this little flyer or will be receiving it. I dropped the cards in the mail today. So happy mail, look for happy mail. So that's celebration. That is excitement for new stuff coming out. Let me move my keyboard out of the way. Oh, and one of the important things to talk about is that the joining special come Thursday, which is January the 4th, is this gorgeous matte. Let me share my screen, and right after that, we'll get right into stamping because that's what you come here for. Gotta remember how to do this. It's like, what am I thinking? Slow down. This gorgeous matte. Let me share this. Hey, it's crooked. Why am I crooked? Nope, that made it worse. Make this side go down. All right, let's straighten it up. I gotta have it straight with the edge of the table. So this little guy needs to move. Okay, dude, what's your issue? Ah, there we go. But this mat is great. It comes with this little silicone mat. It sticks to the glass mat, so you can put it in any corner or right in the middle. But you can put little drops of ink in there, or it will hold these ink spots in these 4 little corners. I toss an ink pad here, and it holds it steady for me. It also has, I grabbed that color because that's the color I know I'm going to use. It's called the glass. These 3 pieces are called the Glass Mat Studio. So that just simply is to clean your glass mat with. And it's like our chamois, the same material, but it's a little thinner. Let me get one of the new chamois. I'm going to try to keep one that isn't this used and loved. See, there's the thickness of the chamois that we're used to. And then can you see the difference in the two? The gray one is with the Glass Mat Studio. And I have been keeping it in a salt saver, like a little jar that has a seal on it. If you can see my little picture, there we go. But I love it. I don't feel like I have to use the paper piercing mat when I use the photopolymer stamps because I'm still getting a very crisp image when I'm stamping on this. It's got let me pick it up. Over here, this floral design. In the top corner, it's got the Stampin' Up logo. And now let's see if I can get it back on the desk straight. Oh, on the left-hand side and across the bottom, it has the imperial measurements. Across the top and the right side, it has metric. It's like, what is that word I'm looking for? So let's toss this stuff back up here in the corner. All right, now let's get on with what you come for and see if we can get rid of some of these glares. There we go. Also, as you know, I've been doing my lives as a class. So we're going to make 3 cards. So if you purchase $30 worth of product, I will send you the material to make these 3 cards, the paper material. Depending on what bling, I might toss some of that in there, but you will definitely get the paper that's already pre-cut and scored. If I use a die, I'll do that. If I use a punch, I'll punch that piece. But you'll get the paper consumable stuff to make the projects. So 3 projects, $30 purchase, and I'll mail that to you. And I give you a week. So if you use the host code for this week, I will share that. Then I'll get this in the mail to you as soon as you purchase it. I'll see the order come through. If I got time to cut it right then, I'll do it and get it in the mail, but it will be within a week of your purchase. All right. I think, oh, and if it's a $50 order, because you know, celebration, I'll include some bling, whatever I've got extra, or I will order what we're using and get it shipped to you. But that's the deal with card classes right now. So let's get stamping. We are going to use the painted lavender so that we can use some of these. And I'm going to use the perennial postage. This is a suite in the new catalog. It also has dies with both of those. Here is the perennial postage dies. And let me find the other ones. Oh, don't slide, don't slide. Well, I know that that one has dies. Where are you? Right. Springs. And those are the dies I want to use. Where did I put them? I cleaned up my desk and you wouldn't know it right now, would you? Catalogs, go back over here. Dots and tools. Aren't these tools just the cutest? They go with this stamp set. I think they're the cutest. Where did I put those? All right, you can go back over here where you belong. Okay. Celebration, celebration. Alphabet is not, Mr. Lilies are not. Okay. Look at these dogwoods. That's a celebration stamp set. Aren't they gorgeous? That's not what we're looking for, though, is it? All right. We're just going to stamp. We are just going to stamp. All right. go over there. You're gonna lay right there so I know right where you're at. And you're gonna lay out of the way with your buddy. And my guillotine stamp cutter is going there. Let's grab some gorgeous grape. We are going to score it at 4 1/4. I'm going to move that out of the way so that my paper lays flat. And then we are going to cut it at 5 1/2. And that gives us 2 card bases. Let's toss that right there. I took time last night. Hi, Debbie. Happy New Year. I'm going to get those out for our card center and our card front. But I took a pack of the basic white and I cut it to card front size. This is 4 by 5 1/4. So I know I'm going to use those. And I'm going to use an extra piece. And I just keep them in that thicker card base, or not card base, stamp set, so that I can have them handy, already cut for me. And now we are going to get Highland Heather. Piece of that. Let's see if I've got a new. No, there we go. And we're going to use one of our dies. That one. So let's cut that. Let's cut it at 3 3/4. That way it'll run right through the machine easy. And let's do that. We'll wait on that for a minute. Oh, your package, your envelope over there with you. All right, our big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm going to set it off to the side a little bit. Piece I need to cut. It's right there. Here's my plates. See, I know where that stuff is because I always put it right back in the same spot. I will find those other dies. I just been cleaning up in here and moving things around. I got to get the retired stuff out. So it'll come. It'll come. I know we're going to use the machine again, so I'm going to leave it set up on the corner. There's that. Are you there? Let's go ahead and fold our piece of paper, our cardstock base. This is gorgeous great. I'm not sure how well the camera color is making it look, but I promise it's gorgeous great. So I'm going to put this right here. And that is going to go there. But I want to cut a piece of basic white for the inside of that. So let's do it at three by 4 3/4. We're just going to use this piece because it's small enough. It's 3 inches. Can lay that to the side. I can use that for a sentiment if I wanted to. That's small. It needs to be 3 3/4, not 4 3/4. It's better to have it too long than have it too short. Now it might be too short. Yep, let's take another 1/4 of an inch off of that. It's too short. I'm going to stop cutting on that piece and grab another piece and remeasure. Okay. 3 inches wide is what I did. But let's go 2 3/4 by 4. Okay. 2 3/4 by 4. Perfect. See, you should have measured twice and cut once. So I'm going to use this as my measurement and pull these little scraps out and lay them over here on the side. Now I'm going to cut a piece of designer series paper to go on top of that. But I'm going to cut it at DSP. I'm making little notes on my little sheet of paper over here. It is going to be 2.5 by 3 3/4. And we are going to use the perennial or the painted lavender designer series paper, which I have. It's called perennial lavender. And there's lots of gorgeous paper in there. And let's see which one we want to use. I'm going to use a piece of this one. And that's the back of it. Give the camera time to adjust. All right, for those of you who are watching, I can see that there's a few of us. If you want to log into Google, like to your Gmail, you can leave comments and such, and we can chat. All right, I'm going to do 2.5 wide. I'll lay that over there. And then I'm going to go, I want this piece up here, 3 3/4. Like that over there. And it's going to go right there. Layer, layer, layers. And now I'm going to get a piece of, let's see, what do I want to use for? Trying to figure out what sentiment I want to use and which one of those it'll fit in. Let's do You're Simply Marvelous. And we're going to play with the oval punch. And if I would have mounted these, here we go. It's this one. All right. I need a piece of gorgeous grape. And I can stamp on that. And we're going to use the modern oval punch. I always turn my punches upside down. And since I'm using this as a background, it doesn't matter where it's at. But it should not jump off the table. Bring you back. There you go. Sometimes, well, a lot of times, I don't mount my stamps. I like put the sticky words on the back, and they work just fine like that. And if I'm stamping on scrap, then I know where it doesn't matter exactly where I stamp. So we're going to play with this a little bit. So tap, tap, tap on your ink pad. You don't want to smush it in because then you're get ink where you don't want ink. Set right up there. And see, that's upside down, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and close this up so I don't put my fingers in it. Grab a Post-it note. Making myself a little handle. I want it to have the same shape as the punch does, but it doesn't, I don't want it to be as wide. That way I'll have a top and a bottom. So I'm just going to kind of center it by eyeballing it in there. And for some reason tonight, it's upside down for me, and that's okay. And see, that allowed me to hold on to it. Toss that, lay that to the side, save my Postie for the next one. And now that gives me my gorgeous gray top and bottom. And it's pretty even. Who would have thunk I could have done that? All right, so now let's build our card. This is going to go on the center. Adhesive, please. You can stamp some of the flowers inside if you want to on this so that it brings your card together, or not and have more room to write. So now I'm going to take this stack that I layered together and lay it upside down right here. And I'm going to start putting adhesive on there and put it on my card front. I put one across the middle because I'm going to add a whole bunch of, feels like a whole bunch of other layers on there. So I know that when I'm doing my layers, if I get it about even there and there, then it will be even here and on the other side. And adhesive on the back of our large postage stamp. It's the second largest. And again, these will be available on Thursday in the new mini catalog. If you didn't get a mini catalog and you would like one, let me know and I can get it on its way. And then this one will have, if you don't want to use this whole thing and you want to save, you can actually make a like punch a shape out of there, and it takes some weight off of your card. And it also doesn't use a whole sheet of paper. And layer that. I'm going to layer this on. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this, and then we're going to use dimensionals to put it on with some twine. I have been loving using twine with this stamp set or this designer series paper. So let me put some adhesive down right here and get that twine. Or actually, it's linen thread. I was thinking baker swine, but adhesive thread. But linen thread. Ugh. It doesn't come two in a pack. I just was trying to save space on my desk or in my storage. I'm going to put some there and just make it do some loop-de-loops. And then scissors. Dimensionals. It's like, where are you hiding on me? In their box where they're supposed to be. I don't know. Does anybody else have anything that hides on your desk when you're crafting? Or on your shelf when you're looking for it? And let's toss one in the middle just because that helps hold those ends down. Then I've got a little cup that I sit on the desk. When I'm pulling my backs off, I just drop them right in. I'm actually kind of testing myself to see how full I can get it without spilling it. That could be fun. And then I'm going to put this, oh, let me go in the box. I'm going to put that right there, I believe. And there's, oh, nope, bling, bling, bling. It's got some pretty lavender. Where are you? Those. They are called Purple Fine Shimmer Gems, and it's 3 different colors. And we're going to use that one. Everything hides. I know. It's like it's a conspiracy. I'm going to pop a big one there and a little one there and then a little one right there. All right, there is card number 1. I think that is so pretty. And now let's do our next card. Let me lay that to the side. We're going to start with a, I'm thinking, sorry. Going to use that same paper and we're going to do Highland Heather. And I've got a card base already cut. So let's go ahead and fold it. And lay it right there. And we are going to do deckled circles. We're just going to do a small circle because that's a small piece of paper. And you guys are going to go in the window so you don't fall. That circle is the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th smallest. So I start on the circles. I count from the inside out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5 will fit on that one. Look how many circles there are in this. This is in the new, it's in the current mini, but it will still be available online in the next one. Let me find its item number just so that you've got it. And that one I can show you where it's at in the mini catalog. I didn't see those until a friend pointed them out to me. Because they're kind of hiding, I feel like. And let's find them faster by going back here to the back. Deckled circles are on page 63. See, I had already passed them. They're in this current mini catalog. They are carrying over and they're right here. I saw that. I'm sure I saw that, but I didn't realize what it was just by that picture. But they're deckled circles. They are $37 and you get, let's count them. So we're using number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 circles. I've seen people use this big circle. How big that is. And then they'll fold it in half and make a rocker card. And you could do that with the smaller ones too. But there's that. I wanted to show you that. All right, let's cut. Like back to card making, Brenda, back to card making. Oh, got to turn it over. That won't cut. And I wiggled it and it got off. There's my circle. And lay you back over here with your friends. And you on the magnetic sheet so I don't lose you. And I'm going to stick this. I think I want a deckled circle behind it too. So that was 5. I need number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, number 6. And I'm doing it in Gorgeous Grape. It's the piece of Gorgeous Grape that was on the desk. So we're making use of him. That I cut the tag out of. On your sheet so I don't lose you. Let's go ahead and layer those two together. And I am going to, that needs something behind it. Actually, let's grab an embossing folder. I'm going to do time worn type. And I know that you're supposed to put the hinge through the machine first, but because I've got my paper hanging out, we're going to see how this works. Come off because we need our embossing plate or for the 3D embossing. It should be fine. I think doing it once. I wouldn't do a whole bunch of them this way. It did mess it up. It didn't even make it work. Ah, and that's going to be so pretty. Now let's find some of the twine or linen thread and put it behind it too, giving it something to stick to. Making it look like a little bird's nest behind there. There's probably an easier way to put your thread on your card, but I guess I do things the hard way sometimes. All right, that's enough. Add some more adhesive on the side. And because I've got so much adhesive on there, I'm going to just put this on flat. That's pretty. I think it's pretty. And now let's get us a sentiment. Let's do. We'll stick with the same punch and do it a little smaller. Right. Oh, I laid them on the table. And do we want it to say the same thing? For the sake of time, let's make it say the same thing. I think I can use that one. And remember, let's see if we can stamp it right side up. Tap, 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 not smush. And that's using some of the scraps that I had laying on the desk from where I cut the other white paper a few minutes ago. Lining it up in there. Eyeballing is best. And now I'm going to do the same on this. And I don't want it as big as that, but I do want the ends. And that just gives us a smaller modern oval. Let's go ahead and put them together again. So you could cut your strip a little bit smaller too if you want to. And let's put that right there on dimensionals. So you could go as narrow or full size if you wanted to. And I know I started a little bit late, but I feel like tonight's taking me a long time, and I'm sorry for that. So if you don't want to listen to me jabber, go ahead and just fast forward to the end. There's that, and it needs some bling. I'm going to use the same bling. You're going on the card. I'm going to put one up here at a time. And one of the big ones up here. All right. So now let's use a different side of that designer series paper. And pull it back out. I love this strip. Isn't that pretty? That is our designer series paper tells you what colors: Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Starry Sky. What is that brown? I'm guessing crumb cake. Let's see. We're using crumb cake. It coordinates. Oh, and here's a card base. That saves us a step. All right. There's our card base. Here's the piece that we're going to use. I'm going to cut it 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to do 5 1/4 first. And it's already at 4. That's pretty. And we're just going to stick a sentiment on it. And we're going to go with a different sentiment. Where's the sentiments? Let's do I can't thank you enough. Well, that one says you mean the world to me. I guess that's the one we're using. And we are going to use a piece of crumb cake. Gonna make it be full size. And basic white. It'll fit on there. Yay. Grab another block. And we're going to stick with Gorgeous Grape because it's in that color. Thank you, Brandy. I thought I would play with that stamp or punch and see if I could make it smaller like we've played with some of the other punches before, and it's worked. And that's crooked, and we're not going with that. Let's flip it over. The magic of our paper. All right. See if I look down here and see if I can get that a little more straight. Yes, that works. Get our little scraps out of there. That gives me more to hang on to as well. I'm going to make that a little, try to get as much even space top and bottom. That's what I'm trying to say. That's our side that we're using. Punch a piece out of this. It matches my floor. There it is. That's not cool. Like, you silly thing. You match the floor. Line that up. where that oval is, or the rounded side. We're going to put some linen thread on it. Bet you guessed that part, right? Let's go ahead and do the card base first. Get it folded and that way when I've got the thread ready, all I got to do is see how pretty that side is too. Like it's hard to pick which side you want to use. And I have a hard time hiding purple, but those lavender flowers on the other side are just as pretty. And so your cards can be just as simple as one layer of designer series paper, a sentiment, and put it in the mail. Some little loopy-loos. Come on. It's like, work with me here. Scissors. Grab a dimensional, hold that little guy in place. Backs are coming off before I even get them off the sheet. All right, that's enough. And I'm going to put it in the center and grab our pretty bling. And I think I'm going to go with these berry colored ones this time. Put one here. And right here. And I'm going to put that one right there. All right, now let me slide all of the stuff off the viewing area. Keep that on there to get the glare off. There's number 3 card. Thank you, ladies. It's simple. And remember, I mean, you could write on the inside of that with a dark pen, or you can layer it and make it be a little more zhuzhed up. This one I was smart. Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder. I labeled my embossing folder. That's why I was thinking I was smart, so that I didn't have to depend on my brain, and gave this background some texture. That was card number 2. And again, you can use a dark pen, or you can add a piece of basic white cardstock to the inside, which I will do, but you don't have to watch me do that. You've seen me do it, like on that one. And then that was the first one. So there are our 3 cards. So if you place an order, you will have white insides if you want to use them or not. So I hope that you had a good evening and enjoyed the cards. I'm going to say if you're going to place a $50 order, wait until Thursday so that you can get the celebration benefits on that, and you'll still get this. But in the meantime, I'm making myself a note to share the host code for January. And I'll do that as soon as I get these pictures and all of that online. Thank you for watching me. I hope that you have a wonderful 2024. I don't usually pick focus words or those kinds of things like some people do for New Year's resolutions or whatever. But for some reason, for me, the word focus has been coming to my forefront of my mind. And so for 2024, I did share on my Facebook page, my business page, about a few things that I wanted to do. Those are all well and great. I do want to do those. But I think for 2024 as well, focus. I'm going to focus on time with my family. I want to focus on some time with Stampin' Up with you as friends, and do a few more Zooms where we can get together and craft together and things like that. So if I think of anything else that focus reminds me of that I want to do, keeping my to-do list caught up is one of the things. Sometimes when I sit down to work on my to-do list, it's like squirrel, and then I come back, and squirrel, and then I come back. So if I can just get down that list without following those little squirrels or rabbit trails, then life would be so much easier. So, all right. Thank you for watching. I hope that you do something fun for yourself this week and enjoy stamping. And if you're doing projects, share them in our group. You can be part of the Homegrown Stampers VIP group and share whatever you want to in there. People love to see what we're working on. So, all right. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. And again, happy 2024.